Well, I've got a few valve springs in, so I'll show you what I've learned, some of the stuff that was good and some of the stuff that was not so good. So this guy here is one that I started using. I was using this valve spring compressor. I thought that would be a little bit easier. It just goes on by hand. But what I'm finding is that this one fits a little bit better. So the valve springs don't go flying. Which one did? So that was not the most fun in the world. And I'll show you the other thing that I did. So I took this valve spring compressor here, this guy, and took the end of it and took the thing off and welded a nut on earlier. And then what I can do is use this impact, so cordless impact, 3/4 drive, and then I just put that on here. I'd like to try to show you this, how this is happening but it's kind of difficult with one hand. So we take your valve spring, put that on, put this guy on here over top, and then tighten it down with your retainer. And so, as you can see here on this Crate 604, I've got this compressor on here, so it just goes over top, just barely gets past the keeper. Now I have that on here. Usually I will hang on to that with one hand and then pull the trigger here, so I'm going to try to hold the camera. Let's see if that, no, it doesn't work very well. Try it on tight, nope. So I'll tighten that up and then show you how that goes. It is tightened up. Now you can see that the spring is compressed right here. So these coils are compressed. Now what we need to do is take out the keeper, and that's right here. Let's see if we can. We're taking the magnet, give this guy a wiggle, and get this keeper out. Okay, so one is out. See if I can show you the other one as far as how that goes. Just take this, get your magnet, bring out the keeper, and away you go. And I like to put them down and then keep track of everything. Okay, now we can take the spring out. So remove the spring. It is still compressed, so you want to be careful. Don't do like I did earlier and have this slide off, because it's going to shoot out at you. I don't know what these things are. I think they're around 100 foot-pounds or something like that. So compressed, so it's going to shoot that way. And, well, in my case, knock everything else off of the table. Right here, we need to take off this valve stem seal. That comes off. Usually just give that a twist or a little screwdriver pry. But again, I can't really do that with one hand. Take that off, and then we take this bottom retainer out. That retainer also gets changed with the new retainer, which are over here. So these are the new retainers. Those are the ones that go on after that. So we'll get that. The retainer is out, and the stem seal is out as well. So now we'll get some new ones and go from there. So we need the new retainer. Okay, new valve spring is loaded in. That's ready to go. So we will drop that guy on this cylinder. So now that is on. And what we have to watch for is to make sure that the retainer clears. Now it goes over top. This is actually right here. This is the top of the valve. So we want to bring that, and then we have to compress this down a little bit further so we can slide those keepers in and then remove it, and then our spring is changed. Is on, so now what we need to do is put this rocker on. This one here is a Chevy 1.5. Anyway, this one goes on here. Line that up. You want to line it up. Also make sure that this is your push rod. Make sure that that is lined up, but that's in the lifter, which is way down in the engine. So line that up, give that a little wiggle, and then we'll get the nut. And I just put this nut, same nut on that was on there before. So keep those things all straight. Remember, the cylinder is still is compressed with air right now, so that is holding the valves in place. If that wasn't in place, then every time you take the springs off, then your valves would fall down, and that wouldn't be very good. Tighten these up. I don't know, other people might have a faster way to do it. I do not. So I just do that, bring it down until it just touches. Double check everything, triple check, make sure that looks okay. And then after all of these are done, then I'll have to go through and then set the valves. So we want to set the clearance basically from the rocker. So we'll tighten this down on the rocker so that the tip, the roller tip, and the valve tip, so it has the right amount of clearance so that this doesn't open too soon. Well, thanks for watching again. Appreciate it. Hopefully you learned something today, which would be kind of cool. If you didn't, then that's okay. You don't have to learn anything, but you made it this far, so thank you very much.